What's up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time as a musician myself. And today is the return of Shin Megami Tensei. This is SMT5. We have two songs. We have Tokyo, Daybreak from the channel Nemesis Won't Die. And then we have Dot, Ueno from Atlas Sound Team. And this is requested by Frank, Stuckboy, and Kevin. Thank you all very much. Before I get started on this one, I was looking through my list and I thought I did this one, but apparently not. I heard a song just simply called Tokyo from SMT4, and I reheard that one, and which I never do, but I just felt like hearing. I just wanted to make sure, like, did I check this out before? And that one, once I heard it, I was like, oh yeah, it was like that like lo-fi sounding one. It sounded really different. And then I come to find out that that was the primary composer of Ryota Kozuka. But then in this one, I found out something new. And this Tokyo song is from Toshiki Konish. And then the next song, Dat Ueno, is Ryota Kozuka again. I didn't even know there was that many composers in SMT5. I just thought it was all Ryota. So, yeah. Also, speaking of, I'm not entirely sure what Dat means, but there's a lot of versions. I had a couple of requests for songs that have Dat in the title. So, but anyways, these two were asked to be paired. Anyways, Shin Megami Tensei 5. Haven't heard much 5, but it's still interesting timing because we have Metaphor Refantasio out right now. So Atlas is doing things. All right, this is Tokyo, Daybreak, otherwise known as the Overworld map theme. I just saw that. All right, let's go. Take two. Let's go. I don't remember any like motif of that Tokyo song. I just remember it was chill. Not to sound cliche here, but I can kind of hear like the Persona influence, even though it's not showing the bass, like the. Well, I really don't know that much of SMT. What I thought of was SMT, I did not really know, because at that point I had only heard like battle themes and like really aggressive guitar stuff. So if this is the overworld theme, then this is something you hear all the time then. Just strolling down. Oh, it's so chill. You know what I noticed? SMT uses a lot of modulation effects on the guitar. You hear that guitar sound? It sounds kind of underwater and echoey. That's a chorus pedal. I might bring out my guitar for this, which I haven't done in years, just to show you like the difference. Maybe, we'll see. Dude, name a better combo than Atlas and the bass guitar. I'm staring at my bass that's hung up on the wall. Yeah, it just has that like really ambient, loopable sound. You guys have probably heard this for hours upon hours, and it doesn't get old. Sounds like a real drum set too. Yeah, see, notice the difference. Even though there's an electric guitar playing here, it doesn't have that modulation effect on it. It's just a straight distorted signal, you know? Yeah, I noticed that. SMT does that with their clean guitar stuff. It was popular in the 80s. both clean guitars and electric guitars to have the chorus effect pedal. I know that might sound confusing if you're not a guitar player, why I'm calling it chorus. It's just the name of the effect. Ooh, piano. SMT is really growing on me. Not that I ever disliked it. There was only one song I didn't like at all. But I guess I just really had no idea how much variety this soundtrack had. Clearly Atlas really cares about music. I love these character designs too. Everything looks so cool. Oh, one thing I didn't notice, it's almost over. One thing I did not check, because I don't like to do too much research beforehand. If I do ever do research, it's after, and that's rare. The one I researched was the DAT Ueno, because there was a lot of songs. There was at least like, in the soundtrack total, there was like 5 or 6 song titles with DAT in it. And in my request, there was like 3 or 4 different ones. But I didn't notice anything for Tokyo. But I noticed here, since it says Tokyo Daybreak, I would have to imagine that there's different versions of it. And it seems to be like Tokyo's a big deal because it was in 4, but that one was just called Tokyo. And I do not remember at this exact moment what that was for. I'm sure the comments told me. I didn't read the comments, but I mean, I haven't read them recently, so I don't remember if that was significant. Anyways. So, just to give an idea of like what's going through my head, that was really, really cool. I love this kind of, I don't even know what I would call it. It's like almost idol style music where it's very much meant to loop endlessly to the point where you kind of phase it out. And it's not until like your brain goes into these moments where you're like, whoa, what am I listening to? This is kind of cool. You know, it's just, it blends very seamlessly into the background. You're probably hearing a lot of footsteps and chatter and sound effects, and yeah, it just kind of blends in. But when it's cool because like I feel like it's rare to hear it this way, just completely isolated, nothing else. And you know, the way technically what this whole channel is never context and just hearing the sounds by themselves. And that's cool, you know, because what I'm used to is I kind of categorize them, sort of. It's kind of the only thing I can do, really, since I don't play these games. For example, recently we have Metaphor Refantasio, and in those 2 songs that I heard, I've already immediately categorized it. Not because I want to, it's just mostly because I kind of have no choice. It has this kind of old-style Italian orchestral thing, and that was my first impression of it. Persona has a variety of styles, but it seems to kind of revolve around stylistic, cool, jazzy, different things, even some like punk, pop punk and rap even. You know, it's just cool, swaggy stuff. And everything I've heard from SMT, for the most part, has been really gritty and dark sounding. You know, so they'll have their own identity, which is cool. But up until, I guess, recently, the SMT stuff I've heard, I guess, were either battle themes or boss themes or something, which makes sense because they're energetic and stuff. And, you know, that includes that one song that I didn't like. I don't even remember what it was called. I like erased it from my memory. It was a battle theme. I know that. And, but either way, like, they've always had this grittiness to it. Like, it's really raw sounding. The drums sound really aggressive. The guitars are aggressive, and then there was like this kind of like rotary organ sound too. But I started to notice, and I guess this kind of solidified it, where their guitar stuff, and I think Persona does it too, a little bit here and there. But when there's like a clean guitar signal, there's the chorus pedal, which I guess I'll demonstrate in a bit. I'll do like a little cut, and I'll just like make up some random arpeggio just so you can understand. It's a sound that once you hear it, you'll never not hear it again, you know. So you'll just be able to recognize like, oh, that's a chorus pedal. It's confusing because obviously when you think of chorus, you think of the word chorus in music is so, it's everywhere. It could mean a group of people singing. It can mean like this section of the song where the hook and the song title is, you know, the most memorable part. But in the guitar world, for some reason, not even the guitar world, just like music production world, there's a modulation effect. That's usually grouped with like flangers and phasers. And there's like the chorus pedal, and it's just kind of makes it sound like, I don't even know how to describe it. You know, it just, I guess in my head, I think of it as like underwater and kind of angelic. And I guess I can just pull out my guitar for like the first time in months. I don't remember the last time I played guitar, but I can show you what that sounds like. So just give me a minute, please. All right, I'm going to play a snippet here. I'm going to be using my Neural DSP Gojira Archetype plugin. I'm going to play it without chorus and then with chorus. Gonna press this button on the far right. Boop. See it? Here we go. Yeah, so hopefully you heard a difference there. That was one of my originals called Into the Abyss. Pretty cool to play that for an audience. It's been many years since I've done that, but yeah, it just has that kind of sound that's just, you can't miss it, you know? Overall though, I really enjoyed this one. I had that very kind of like loungy feel, and I need some stuff every now and then to kind of have me think, you know, thinking music. I just noticed this huge tentacle out of nowhere. But yeah, that was really cool. Let me know if there's other versions of the song and how much it differs. Because Daybreak, I have to assume that's probably the chillest version based on the title. Now this song, quite a bit longer, 7 minutes, 22 seconds. I don't remember if there was context for this one given to me. Maybe I'll check in a second. I'll pull it up in a second. But in the meantime, this is Dat Ueno. Don't know what that means. From Shin Megami Tensei 5. It's already way different energy. No longer chilling. I don't recall if there were vocals in SMTV lore. By the way, there's like, it's become kind of a meme if I remember vocals or not. I don't think you guys understand how many songs I listen to, and there's no way I'm gonna remember each one. Just in general, there's a lot of like tone effects in Shin Megami Tensei. A lot of manipulation of waveforms, you know what I mean? It sounds like a siren or something. Alright, let me see if I have information for this one. This is that composer though, this is the, oh I do. This is the final area theme of the game. Area theme? Huh. Okay. I thought it was gonna be a battle. I'm liking what I'm hearing from SMT. It's got a little bit of everything. I like how the synths are like way back there, but still providing like that underlying layer. Love that. Have it so loud, so all this crunchiness is really getting there. Ooh. Oh, the guitar started to made their presence known. I like this. Kind of synth wavy. The percussion sound is so unique. It's gritty, it's aggressive, it's chill, it's strong. There's like reverb on it. I just hit my hand. Ooh, I like this. I think I like this more than the last song. Sounds like I'm floating, just... It sounds very sky to me. Even the vocals have effects. Everything has effects on it. I need to hear more Ryota Kazuka. Can you imagine going to a live electronic show and they just put this on? No one would ever suspect a thing. They would just vibe to it. Oh, just imagine that, like fog machines and like the lights slow. Because every setlist has to have like their calm song, you know? Oh, this would sound so good on like a PA. Final area. Well, I already said sky, but you know, it definitely feels like mechanical as well. And I don't know. There's so many ways this can go as far as scenery. I feel like I want to look up what Diat means, but I feel like I'll spoil myself. But I will look for something though in the meantime. I love the drums in this. The snare. Woo! It's like distorted too. The drums have some like some bark. I'm trying to see if I have a song I can compare this to. Percussion solo? Ooh, dude, it feels like it's like traveling through my ears, in through my head. So cool. And the guitar is more like ambient this time. It's not really like riffing out or anything. Kind of how it went, but sort of. Yeah, this video taught me that I really knew nothing about SMT music. It's quite diverse. It's quite diverse. Oh, I was expecting a fade out ending. That's one of those strange songs where the energy is both calm and yet very. So it sounds a little bit stressful, you know. It is the final area, but it just has that kind of this feeling of like you're almost finished, I guess. As far as story climax, you know, you can hear that with the da na 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 na. It sounds a little like pushing you, but then everything else is just like, and then the calming voices, which also sound kind of haunting. It's a conflicting energy, you know. It's like, where do I want to rest my ears on it? Okay, that was great. Wow. Yeah, so I mean, to put it bluntly, I really don't know anything about SMT, you know? I just know it's related to Persona. I know, you know, they all started from Shin Megami Tensei, that kind of thing. But the stark contrast of the songs I know from Persona to this is like night and day. For example, I've heard, I don't even know how many. I have a Persona playlist. I don't know how many I've heard, but I've heard a lot of Persona songs. Maybe somewhere over 40, 50, I have no idea. But I've heard a lot throughout the games. So I'm very, well, I don't want to say familiar, but you know, I can probably guess if it's a song from Persona, maybe. Good chance. SMT, I've heard, I want to say less than 10 songs total in the entire series. Maybe something around there. It's not a lot, you know, it's a tiny little grasp. And there's 5 games at least that I know of. I don't know if they're spin-offs directly connected to SMT. But yeah, I mean, I've heard like lo-fi stuff, organs, a lot of bells, the guitar stuff earlier, a lot of ambient, and there seems to be an emphasis on sound effects, sound design, I should say, and just a more experimental style of musical album. It kind of sounds like one of those albums that come with a game kind of thing. And I don't know if Ryota Kozuka has done many other games, or if their breakout was SMT. I don't know, you know, how they... I have no idea. I have no idea. But I like what they're doing. It's bold, and it's... I don't know. It just sounds different. It just sounds different. So different to the point where a song I'm going to recommend, which I never thought I would even discuss on this channel, but it's sort of similar. I try to think. I have a huge playlist of my own, you know, my own like personal music playlist that's not video game music. And sometimes if a song reminds me of something that I have, I'll try to recommend it if it's similar, but I couldn't think at the moment like what sounds like that, you know, which is what I'm getting at. But the closest thing that I can think of that I really enjoy, minus the vocals, there's no vocals in this song. There's a song I've been listening to since, oh God, since I was in high school. And I still listen to it quite often. I like to listen to it on nightly drives. And the song is called Lost in Music from Cosmic Gate. And that is the only song I know from Cosmic Gate. I don't know what their library consists of. I just know this one song. It was one of those songs I heard a friend play one day, and I was like, what is that? Tell me that, and immediately, you know, went and put it in my playlist. It's really not that similar, but I mean, if you like the kind of like electronic, ambient sort of spacey thing, then that might work for you. Anyways, but it's cool that I get to mention that song. It's one of my favorite songs. Man. Yeah, I was really tempted to look up, you know, what DAT means. Maybe it's like a real location, because we've discussed Tokyo, we've mentioned Florida before. So maybe Dat is somewhere, but I feel like if I Google that, it's just gonna be like, this is exactly what it is, and maybe like SMT specific. Plus, I still have many requests that have that title in it, so we'll find out. I'm guessing, this is just a guess, that this is a SMT specific location. That's the name of the final location, and then every song associated that I have is just different parts of that. It seems to make the most sense to me. As far as the Ueno part, no idea what that means. But according to the request, one of the requests is that it's the final area theme. So what I think we heard in this episode was a world map theme equivalent, and then a very specific area theme. You know, with like nothing going on specifically, like kind of like just walking around. Those are my guesses. That was a lot to take in, but yeah, dude, I've heard so many genres now from this game. It's pretty exciting, and you know, I'm not gonna let that one song. I never thought less of the soundtrack, anyways, because of that. I liked the music before that song, and I like the music since. It's just funny that it's because it's rare, you know. I like video game music. I like music, so hearing something that I don't really resonate with is pretty rare. So those the ones that don't really stick out, and I'm always gonna remember that. So it's not that like I sit here and think about it and I hate it. It's just from now on, when I think of SMT, I'm gonna think of it has that one song that I didn't vibe with, and it, you know, it's just a default thing. Anyways, thank you very much, Frank, Stuckboy, and Kevin. Let me know more about SMT. Gush as much as you want. And yeah, you guys got me to pull out my guitar. I haven't done that in a long time, so thank you for that. Okay, well, I will see you all later. Thanks to all my patrons here. I could not be here without them. Thanks to you for watching. My name is Jesse in the auditorium. Later.